picked off my pain point at that time. It's like, I don't want to go back to corporate America. I don't want to do that. And when I picked on that pain point, they made me call the phone. I picked up their number and called them. So this guy was like, yeah, it's a 3-bedroom, it's a 2-bath house, and it's vacant, no one is living in there. The lady that used to live in the property, she's now living in a senior little, those little, what are they called?
Retirement homes.
Retirement homes. So she's now living in a retirement home. This is her last asset she got to live with that. And we only want $30,000 for this property. So first thing I do, I go and look on the assessor site. Now the assessor site let me know immediately this property was worth $60,000.
And she was only selling it for 30.
And she was only selling it for 30. And I said, wow, she just gave me $30,000 in instant equity in this property. And what made it so sweet, when I looked on RealTalkk, I looked in the area where properties were selling. So retail for this property, if I was to fix it up and flip it, I could sell it back for $95,000.
This same property.
This same property. So worst case scenario, even if I had to put $30,000 in the property, that's $60,000. I'm still about to make a 35, somewhere profit. But that wasn't my strategy. I didn't have 30,000 at that time. So I did a contract. I locked them up with a purchase agreement. Remind you, I don't have one buyer and I don't have $30,000. And I go and I put the property on Craigslist. That was one of my notes to say how to find cash buyers. Take pictures, put it on Craigslist. I did that. 2 days go by, then nobody called my phone. Seller calling me like, okay, we're gonna close. You have $30,000. What day is the attorney pick? I don't know. I ain't got $30,000. So this investor called, and he goes, look, see you got a property on Craigslist. I'm interested in getting inside. How do we go from here? Like, how do I get in there and take a look? Sir, I don't know. I don't know. But he's like, hey, call the seller back. Tell him I need access. I'm going to close on it in 7 days. So I do just that. I call him back. We get in there. He started looking at, what do you think he started looking at when we get inside the property?
The outlets.
Okay. What else?
Floor structure.
Yeah, I'm going to floor structure. Yeah.
Right? He needs to know how
To see, I want to say, if he needed any repairs onto it.
roof, outside exterior.
The restrooms, kitchen.
What? That's mainly sells out. So we get in there. I haven't heard from him in the day after, it goes by. He called me back and he's like, hey, that property on Night On, I want it for $35. Send me over the contract. Or he said, you can come to my office. So I go meet him at his office. I have no idea how to sign a contract. I don't know nothing else. This is my first
So
thing.
you just winging it.
And I'm just waiting.
Oh, goodness.
I know. So I go in there, sign an assignment of contract. I had no idea what was the next step. And the title company called me and they say, hey, after we did the contracts, what we have to do is send those contracts in to a legal attorney. What they normally do is run title on the property so they can figure out if that property had any liens, mortgages, or anything in that nature, so the buyer could have title completely free. So we do that. Title company called me. They're like, Miss Taylor, your check had been ready since Tuesday. It's Thursday. I don't know. So I go up there. I'm like, this can't be real. I'm sweating.
You got some nerves listening to you.
This can't be real. So I go up in there, and they just tell me, your check is up there. So I go get it, open the envelope, and they got my name on it with $5,000 on it. Don't cash it. And give me money, put in an envelope, go outside. I was like, oh my God! Oh my God! Like, this is crazy. So I can actually align myself to help people get rid of that property and help cash investors buy a property that's off the market. Now this is sweet because he didn't have to worry about competing with any other buyers because this deals with strictly between me and him. How I'm going to help you guys go from 0 to 100 real quick after this course, okay? After that. So, I'm gonna talk about the basics of wholesaling real estate. And what do we do here? So wholesaling real estate is when you can purchase a property under an agreement and you assign that property over to a cash buyer. So I'm gonna
I'm
dive.
sorry, can you say the purchase of property, what else?
You put a purchase agreement, you do a contract with the seller, with a motivated seller, and you assign that contract over to a cash buyer. It's called an assignment of purchase, assignment of contract.
Okay.
Let's talk about the first thing we do here as a wholesaler real estate investor. The main objective is to have relationships with cash investors. Before you go out and look for any vacant properties, you need to have a cash investor. And why is this so important? Because the buyer is going to tell you exactly what areas that he's investing in. So if I told you, that if you had no idea you had no cash investors, you might be out in North Memphis, South Memphis, and you're locking up deals under contract, nobody's buying it. So you could lose sight of hope, they're thinking that it don't work for you. But having this key element is cash buyer Chris. So let's say you meet Chris, and the first thing you need to ask Chris related to real estate is, what are the 5 zip codes that you're buying in? What are the hottest 5 zip codes? So I'll name my hottest ones I like in Memphis. So I got 38118. Y'all know what that is? It's like Tuklahoma, Chevy Drive, Winchester Chevy Drive. I mean, Winchester and
Hey,
Tuklahoma.
Whitehaven or Westwood?
No, that's the state 38115, so that's right up the street. I know exactly that area. They say it's
38114.
Orange
Orange
Mound,
Mound.
kind of sort
Down,
of,
South
yeah.
Memphis area. Okay, so now that you have this cheat code, you can have, and here's what really important. Once you have those zip codes, let's say you go out and you find a property in Fraser. And the most important thing is to build a relationship with them. What we do now versus what I did when I first got started, I didn't have any buyers. So what did I have to do? I had to go search for the buyer. But now we do a little bit of what is called reverse wholesaling. So I would send a lead to my cash investor first. So let's say I get some drive. You guys don't know what drive for dollars is. I'll break it down a little bit. It's when you're getting it, you're just property scouting. You're looking for every sign of distress on the property. Vacant, busted windows, even if it looks rented. Like you ever look at a property and you're like, that's a rental property. I can tell a little bit from just like the paint shape up on it. And you can look that up because that might just be a homeowner that they might have a horrible tenant. And you can write down their address and get a hardcore assessment on the Shelby County Assessor site. Everybody got that? Shelby County Assessor site.
Melvin Burgess is now the guy. Cheyenne Jackson Johnson used to be the county assessor.
Who was the person?
Melvin Burgess. Just in case you can't find the assessor site, just Google Melvin Burgess.
Melvin Burgess.
So let's say, once you did some drive for dollars, you came across 3163 and it was vacant. You looked it up on the assessor site. You found out that Sam Smith owns the property. You reach out to him or you send him something in the mail. Could say, hey, my name is Taylor. I'm interested in buying your house all cash. It could be something as simple as that. And in the meantime, Sam Smith called you back. He said, hey, I got something in the mailbox from you. You tried to reach out to me. Yes, I'm interested in selling that property. My wife recently died, and I'm thinking about moving to Florida and probably gonna retire from there. This is what I do. Hey Chris, how you doing? Hope your day is going well. I just got a lead on 3123 Morningside. It's in the Fraser area. It's a 3-bedroom. It's a 1 bath. It's vacant. We call it B&E style, breaking and entering. So if the seller just unable to get to the property and we ask them for permission to get access to it, they say yes, we go in there. And I will call him. I do not make any offers on any deals until I get a word back from my cash buyer.